everything's going to be AI, and they have a monopoly on the AI chips, and AI is going to save the world. And no, you got nothing to fear with AI. Technology is broken. Technology is broken, and it always will be broken. It is time for the wonderful world of charting. From what I can tell, a couple of driving forces behind the burst higher this morning. One was, Nvidia again, and the other one was, again, Roaring Kitty and GameStop. So we begin with a spider. We open very strong. We got nice and low below our little gap level there. As mentioned, the annoying and mysterious buying is happening to prop things up. It's an election year after all, let's keep that in mind. The Fed wants the administration to stay in power, the administration wants to stay in power. They're going to do anything they can to keep this going. But I can't wait till election day is over. And they have no reason to do this anymore. That's going to be a kick. It's way too long though. But that's what we've got on the spider right now. At the XLI, kind of the same deal. You're going to see this everywhere. Very strong opening, nice slow low today off the lows. This isn't quite as far off the lows as you can see. We've got a big old fat bearish engulfing pattern now. And in case you don't know what that means, all it means is in candlestick terms, today's body envelops the entirety of Friday's trading. Friday, of course, was a big up day thanks to the last 10 minutes of trading, this agonizing absurdity we had to endure at the end. Bearish engulfing pattern. We have engulfed the entirety of Friday's body at the moment. Keep in mind, God knows where they're going to pull in the last 40 minutes of the day, but at the moment we've got a beautiful, beautiful pattern there. IYR, the ETF for real estate, acted very cool. Check this out. We have not once pushed above this resistance line. Today's highest point was right at the Fibonacci, and we've been selling off from there a little bit. It's nothing dramatic. It's only down about 1/3%, but this is behaving itself really quite well. So let's turn our attention to old Roaring Kitty, which is the other stage name. The other one's a little bit more R-rated. We're not going to say that here. This is a family program, of course. But GME is up strong. Put it this way. Pre-market, it was up like at $47, $48. And it's at 30 now. And so as you can see that big red bar there, it's like, how many times is it going to fool people into buying this thing? Because the ostensible working class hero has got a 9-figure, very aggressive long position in this. And all the mon-pa kettles are jumping in. They're the ones paying these kinds of prices, and then down it goes. So this ain't going to $500 a share. This is, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see the man dragged in front of Congress at some point. It's a serious shenaniganville. The other funny thing is that when the meme thing hit a couple of weeks back, it actually got up to like 80. So it was way higher than it is now. So it's, kind of fool me once, fool me twice kind of thing going on. And this is a big pop culture kind of event. I think endemic to the kind of environment we're in right now. So is everything else that's meme-like. I didn't research this, but like AMC, that's an obvious one. This is up over 13%. Not because everyone's cramming into the movie theaters, far from it. It's actually a very weak Memorial Day movie revenue, but it's a meme. Meme. BlackBerry, basically just kind of dead companies that were really hot 20 years ago. They've been recycled. I'll stop rolling my eyes. Let's move on. Nvidia, of course, there will come a time when we don't have to say Nvidia every 4 seconds. This has become the market. If this thing ever starts falling, that's it. Game over, baby. This is like the last hurrah. But it's doing what it's doing. It's $3 trillion market cap, strong every day. Used to be lifetime highs every day. We're at $45 now. This is the thin reed everything else is hanging upon. The whole notion, like everything's going to be AI, and they have a monopoly on the AI chips, and AI is going to save the world. And no. I have been mixed up in technology since 1979. I've written 25 books about computers. I got online in 1981. I've been online ever since. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. You got nothing to fear with AI. Technology is broken. Look no further than the quotes today on Berkshire Hathaway, down 99.99%. Look no further than the quotes on GOLD. Technology is broken, and it always will be broken. If an AI robot is coming to attack you, I don't know, just do this or something. I mean, it's, no, don't be afraid. This stuff, meh, ain't going nowhere. Don't you worry. It is a ruse. It is a canard. It is a neat box with a bow on top to sell you something. Ain't no AI coming. How much have you used ChatGPT? You know what? You don't want to know how much I've used ChatGPT all year? 3 minutes, maybe? And 3 of those minutes were just to experiment. No. And I know it's not, well, I used it 5 hours. Well, bully for you. We haven't. Not the rest of us. This is just a bunch of hokum. So there's my... I was born 90 years old, all right? In case you haven't figured that out. Here's AMD. This is also part of the whole AI love fest. I've got puts on this, big bearish engulfing pattern on this one. And I got a PE of God knows how high. What is the PE on this? 245. So in the year, like 2,300 will have earned out the earnings on this thing. SMCI, this is one I've been like rolling my eyes about too. Look at what's going on here. We maxed on this at 1229 and we're down to 760 now. I think it's got lots further to go. If you told me in 2 years this is going to be $40, I wouldn't be at all surprised. Not in the least. Not in the least. Dell is also following suit. This is all, the froth is kind of coming off here. Dell peaked just a few days ago at about 180. We're down to 132 now. That's substantial. What is that? It's not a third quite. It's a lot. Yes, Nvidia is still really high. Yes, it's very green, but you're starting to see things fray. In spite of, Atlas trying to hold things up. Micron technology is steadfastly strong, and it looks very good. I mean, of all the semi charts, this is one of the stronger ones, no doubt about it. Like, so I wouldn't buy it, but if you demanded I buy semiconductor, that's up. I'm inclined toward that. That's not a bad one. But, you're seeing things like Lattice, LSCC, Lattice Semiconductor, falling hard, down over 15%. So it's becoming more of a mixed bag, as you can tell. Crude oil. This is kind of the counterintuitive state of the markets right here. Because, as we entered in the trade India cycle, OPEC Plus is worried about the cartel and they're going to maintain strict production quotas. And so you figure, my goodness gracious, how high is oil going to do today? The wheels are falling off. Look at this. Oil's crumbling. Even though the cartel's is like, iron fist time. Apparently not. So there it goes. And then in turn, XOP down 3%. Beautiful bearish engulfing pattern on this one as well. XLE down 2.8%. Cracking below this blue line. So the whole energy stock thing, which was a fixation, just like Chinese stocks, very recently, that's really souring. And there's individual stocks within that realm that are just looking beautiful on the bearish side. Schlumberger being one of them, SLB down hard, about 3.5%. I won't get to it, but I have puts on APA. I mentioned that as a possibility last week. So here's Unity, lifetime low, down another 2%. And this is not a penny stock. This is about $18. Plenty to go. I also stumbled upon one very similar today, even Eventbrite, symbol EB. Look at that wonderful pattern right there. And look what's going on, lifetime low. This one's cheaper, it's under $5, so that could be a little more dicey. What should we do? Couple of things. Jack. Okay, here's another Head and Shoulders. Fantastic looking. It's getting close to the neckline. It's not that heavily traded, but worth watching, I think. I would be very interested in getting puts on this if we got another, maybe a couple of dollars higher. That's a very nice looking pattern. This is a crazy one here, but I just wanted to say again, not everything Sam Altman touches, back to the AI thing, turns to gold. This is, I think he's the chairman, he's the co-founder of this. It's not like OpenAI, this is much smaller, but OKLO. This is still like a $13, $14 billion market cap, I think. Crazy stuff here.